We start with breaking news on this Monday afternoon. Another protest erupts on the UT Austin campus. Authorities with multiple agencies showed up to the South Mall after a group of pro-Palestine demonstrators gathered and set up several tents.
Texas Department of Public Safety troopers and other law enforcement arrived early this afternoon and put up barriers on the South Mall. KXAN's Jala Washington is out there right now, and she tells us, Jala, that there have already been several arrests made.
Hey, Mike, yeah, I can tell you I personally witnessed at least 15 arrests. There could have been more. This is where the crowd of protesters were right here. There were people who formed a circle around them, banding arms, trying to keep law enforcement from entering that circle where they were camped out, eventually where they were able to make those arrests. You can see now people cleaning up some of the leftover trash from where those protesters were camped out. Just as moments ago, we saw protesters push out law enforcement. Law enforcement was here. They appeared to be leaving the area, and protesters were forcefully walking with them and forcing them out. Now here today we saw APD as well as DPS as well as campus police, and the university says most of the protesters weren't students or even affiliated with the university. Keep in mind, things were calm at first. There was a pro-Palestine silent vigil here on these steps, and later there were protesters who ended up camping out there on the South Lawn, as you can see, and that is what prompted law enforcement's response. They put up physical barriers to keep the area contained, and DPS then arriving on motorcycles and eventually approaching that crowd where they were able to tear down the camp. I even saw one trooper using an apparent bolt cutter to cut a chain off of the table that looked like it was being used as a barrier as the group circled around the protesters camping out. Now, I did watch protesters carried out forcefully, some literally by their feet or even their arms over their heads behind their backs. We noticed some people wearing green hats that said National Lawyers Guild. They were talking to protesters as they were being dragged away, getting their names, phone numbers, things like that. And there was also a third-party medic group here on campus running in and out of the crowd to help people who were apparently just exhausted from that heat. I was able to speak to one of those people after they were dragged from the crowd. One of those girls was vomiting. The other girl who I spoke to, she told me that, you know, officers were forceful with them and ended up dragging them out of the crowd. But it's a hot day here in Austin. We're dealing with a lot of humidity, but it's worth noting there were also students here on campus in support of, I guess, the Israeli groups here on campus who were saying they're not counter-protesting the pro-Palestinian protesters, but they just wanted to understand why there was such a huge disruption here on campus on the last day of classes right before finals. So lots going on. Also, there was a separate protest that started earlier today. It was a DEI protest. So students had gathered. That was peaceful. This all happened before this massive protest that you see, but we did get a chance to talk to those students as well who feel like, you know, there's just a lot going on. There are a lot of rights under attack right now for students, staff, and faculty here on UT's campus and really in the state of Texas. UT, of course, responding to this, saying they did warn protesters, but we will continue following what is certainly a fluid situation. I can tell you there appeared to be some pepper spray used out here on the group of protesters as well. So just very chaotic, but we will bring you live updates here on air as well as online. I'm live on UT's campus, Jala Washington, KXAN News.